Hello, everyone. This is Jim Okerzinski with your Week 3 screencast video. We have a bit to cover in this video, so I'll try to be brief. This week's focus, I should say, going into Week 3 and Chapter 2 will be research, the actual physical research. I've been reading some about some excellent topics, quite interesting topics in the discussion board posts. I'm filming this Saturday morning. So I know there's more work to be done in the formal proposals, which will be due Sunday. So I will comment on those as I go through grading into next week. So be aware and looking for comments. So not only are we going to work on the information in Chapter 2, also in Blackboard you will find your research modules and quizzes. I want to highlight a few of the guest videos and then more importantly target the big assignment that'll be coming up will be the annotated working bibliography. So heading into the week 3 unit, you can read the overview here and also a reminder just to watch the screencast video. Now, I've added a link here to Excelsior Owl, the online writing laboratory for Excelsior College. It's a simple resource that can help you with citation, help you with research, help you with all things writing for the research project. So you might want to keep that in mind. Another alternative out there everybody should be well aware of is the Purdue Owl. I found that for some reason Excelsior is a little bit more user friendly, easier to find information, so you might want to use that as an alternative. So this week, in week 3, we're going to be working through your research modules, and you can click on the research module tab. And remember, the research modules are developed by the COD library. There is plenty of great information out there in the library. At the end of each research module, please take the time to take those quizzes. Points are assigned to those quizzes. So you have research modules 1 to 4 are due Friday. Sunday, um, we will have the research modules 5 and 6. And then working with Tuesday, remember all the responses to the discussion board, the topic discussion board will be due. So that's the activity for the week. You'll find Chapter 2 really interesting. It talks about the types of ways of collecting. Many people of collecting information. Many people are using the Zotero and to help organize and hopefully work on citations. So we're gonna you continue to use formatting like that for our work going forward. So the annotated working bibliography assignment is worth 150 points, and I have the instructions broken down here. So the type of sources that you use is critical to success in this assignment. So the first thing you need is a clearly defined research question, and that's narrowing it down to one question for the working bibliography. Also, you have to develop a well crafted paragraph as an introduction. Over the course of time, your topic may evolve and it may shift its focus from where you start in the week 2 assignment. So by the end of week 5, when the annotated working bibliography is due, I want some sort of an updated paragraph on where you're going and what you're doing. Now we have different categories here. So published books and articles. So I'm looking for books, scholarly articles about your topics, magazine and newspaper articles. If they are substantive, they must be really from quality publications. So that's one category of sources, internet sources with annotations. Okay, those are the kinds of organizations, businesses, government sources. You can use multimedia sources for your research project, which means that you can use documentaries, YouTube clips if it's appropriate for your topic. Don't see if there's some person who's or some organization who's added things out there on the video world that is appropriate. TED presentations are certainly one of those items that students use often in documenting and supporting their arguments in this project is acceptable. And also living sources and field work. I know it's an 8-week summer class. It's rather short. It's difficult to work field work into your topic and to your research, but it's a possibility. And when you say living sources, um, people who might have experienced exactly what it is you're writing about would be an appropriate would be an appropriate source of information for your annotated working bibliography and ultimately your research essay. So you want to be aware that I'm going to limit these to maybe one or two interviews for your annotated. Now, altogether, you have to define the scope of your research project. You have to have it's going to be about 8 to 10 pages is the research essay. So I'm asking you for a minimum of 8 sources, but not more than 10 total sources for the annotated working bibliography. I've provided you an example. Here is an example from a prior course, English 1102 of mine. So you might want to take a look at the formatting. You certainly want to take a look at citation and the organization of citations in an 8 to 10 source annotated bibliography. All your sources are organized alphabetically. As I scroll through, you can see the size of the annotation and also the content to get an idea of what it is that you would be writing on this particular assignment. All right. So it's a very good one. It's quite interesting about nanotechnology. So it was a rather successful annotated bibliography. So that's the annotated bibliography that's due, I believe, about week 5. Also, I've included here the 3 principles of citation and some information on the 4th principle of citation. These are sections that have been done and constructed by Dr. Karen Evans. She is in the COD English department. Also, Dr. Evans provides some interesting videos, Jing videos about citation where she explains it. I urge you to take a look at those. In addition to Dr. Karen's guest videos, what we have here is a video by Jason Ertz. He's our English librarian at the College of DuPage. And it's about 18 minutes. It's a bit long, and it is a bit slow. But I can guarantee you, when searching the databases through the COD library online, it will be helpful in parts, all right, as far as learning how to use the databases and the Boolean searches and those resources that are available to you. Because once again, you do need published books and articles from scholarly sources in your annotated and research project. So as we see here, this is week 3's unit. If you have any questions, please send me an email. I look forward to reading the rest of your proposals on Sunday, and I will provide comments as I mentioned earlier. So, good luck.